assalamu alaikum badilla mo jibelal banko kan hani banko e bantala kal bismillah fansum programme de kaf me ko bitilo min kana Eyeafrica TV radio anin news nin tembena tembe studio kono telom anin Mr ABUBACARR BAYO mi yalan ko atelam bimba ko indilale atelom the deputy party leader of Gambia Action Party nin tembe studio kono kamari masat laten do kay jey tumo mina programme woni mba danna fonsa ko bismillahir rahmanir rahim ani sa kum fa alhamdulillah rabbil alamin ning tembe na fana be masatla danna mol mi ko be ngata dal loptano to kata maltu central president la ko to ngata ndambe kan fo ala sa bondi kan kayro kon ka Gambia ka pus ayta ko min banku to mal be nyamin ka ke banku nyon tawti wala na ko mata pakar wat wat ka duwa e molla milialon ko at least be fanna do ka duwa nin fana banku la nyata anin kayro la na bo kata bakale min kata jiti jim wal bawna biyo kay naskino atata bari actually ayna funo ke coming aynda kel nyamoro ji mbafale baraka bake thank you very much ata bitilo programme wala Mr Bayo ngi bismillah programme ko
assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah barakatuh mbi badin labor lal be kontonna ani Gambia Action Party sorry get sol fanan kontonna ani min fanan bi programme fanan lamoy ka bandala bankola be kontonna ani be kontodiro fanan follow na party leader la men keta honorable Musa Hussein Ali Bachili party leader secretary general of the Gambia Action Party and Gambia Action Party executive Tomal Bela mbe mobe kontona bitu mba fola ile nimbara pour kayim programme fanan la moy wato wati ani natal kandron wol min to kachami alon ka bidendi bankula nyato tala wolen to be sija bitu mba fola assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh
better bakare mi yalla ko affaire ni tembenna science timbe studio kon dami yalla ko bi na boss la ma fanate because atem deputy party leader nte dum manke deputy manager ti bari as a presenter as a reporter so ate okay an safano ko famo kada bari mo re famara janal
famo kada itlat na famo kada katu ide man te invite ni fa invite no la ko nyama.
Yeah, so actually, bari janni mbita follow. Mbi janni ngamwe kafo nko camera nko actually nte to mi nka follow ko comme a member mo so akamta full deputy party leader mo. So immediately after Congress, etam party deputy party.
Exactly. Along Gambia Action Party in Congress kulalike almost since party in Lota. First Congress until elect as the spokesperson of the party.
Yeah.
This place in 5-star hotel auto. And the Rimbota auto recently in Congress me along ko abanta 10 me see Kibaro party me along ko Sanji Fulake because it's biennial Sanji Fulaflago. Is dur koto drong eta Congress la. So nata Congress fara organized tamala. Uto yajile ko maybe not ko farmers dal back party ni do ko yinna de yajile ko comme deputy party da même blame alon ko sa ma fano e wala na e blame ta ya dintela because min follow to ni mi no je wo mu fenkolti Umar Biay malon fo yalo ne atele mu deputy party leader at the time but it's saying abi Sierra Leone atele mu deputy head of SOS programs in Sierra Leone. Okay. So amana be no point because loi mi fo olum nyinte ko people who are supposed to be elected in Congress in Tarlaje they have to be present physically. Okay. And executive members of the parties also has to be residents of the country. Okay. So ñun loi be na dawle jibe comme na atebe Sierra Leone je Freetown abe kala ko ya kubate pour no be mabe Kajeko, I still continue as the deputy party leader, but not Ajeko combat Ken Ola Onyama. So I think another family because Doko in Fanatab Nala pour Kanasi Gambia Jene pour Kajeko Masakunda, Loi Minfo, executive La Carola, Ahitarajele. So another Ajeko, no problem, or take a problem, but I can't now be party into and Atibo Knowledge, Plasomati CDJ. So me alonko Asidoko Ken or Patini. It's not a problem. So another blah. So in that Congress elect as deputy party leader. Since then to now, I'm the deputy party leader.
Ni dolba fokanko. Jani mina banko la fanaro no. Be ifon la party la mala follow dami ko nimbo de yes na banko la fanna because ngan kujamal tabulo ka miya ko abe sunni Gambia la tahnya tola. Ani Gambia la current situation no Gambia la current situation nyamen. But dol ikafalo ko fo ansaying min keta Gambia Action Party abe tembe da nyali because dol kafalo ko impact party sign dol tatal bari party me nyali
lafta kumala kom the entire political space of the country ndola banko anin banko tomal membe Africa tundoto e fatata
mune fata
bawo political ndol ngaji nyami ndol ngaji lako is only political parties instituted to compete for political power wala min do election wala ndol si ni election ta bota je party katara kamuto ko mantara sabatring banko ka
follow ba action party
no yalo nka am giving a overall fenko ni da countries like Ghana I mean, see Ghana Tano as an example. It all the political space in Ghana. It's it's around here. It's a process. It all like banko ata banko la tanya to hay sabati. Party nyanta lolale. Amange come election da malet. Because they are there to salvage the overall socio-economic development. Yafa. So but need ko party ning election mo so dato bukam mamang ko lebe Gambia. So ndola raje ko comme nyanta systemol men sambana wala nyinto ko kaje ko Gambia Action Party wato ni wat non lo Gambia lodulal mi alon ko abe Gambia la nyato ta sabati. Wala adna wato wati kaje ko kana programme to nka diamo newspaper to you know nka mamang nka futana molma nka jele ko ila tanyo ila kulbe nyaadile. You know, country visits, courtesy visits to your people. Nyimeng aka party ni sembentu yani.
Okay.
Yeah, but nada yoko ko Gambia jang, party dia me alon ko imang iboka mama ni amang ke election.
What party?
Gambia, the overall political space.
The whole political parties will be.
Yeah.
Akam the election da mala.
Ida fanya political party jomale je Gambia jam right me alon ko abi activity keka. Not ko comme be election season le teng ibe moy la ko mitino be ke kanjana e ko bondi janang e fenkol sanjana e moto
bari ko maje ko mol kam mol political party jalayde ka fay ko politico tambere do warol sital campagne ni fenko blaka karali ni kolke yamira ko wo fana wo nim momin kam mol ben ñoko wati yamira wo ba kala fenti mi am ka banko makola because dol ko time is there's a time for politics, there's a time also for development. When it comes to development politico nim ko goto nyande kata bari te kam mem foten ka benyo kam wala ka meeting nim kolke, you think that's not going to affect
Nico, there is time for politics. Politics, there is no time for politics. In fact, in politics, there are no rules in politics.
24/7 politics.
Politics, neither in advanced democracies. Politics is all year round. Politics, you have to like subject it to a particular number of years. No. Politics is all year round because you are there to salvage the overall socio-economic development. Fefe mi alonko, abe banko la nyato ta sabadini. Parti on nyanta lola le wala. Every party jela, how many parties that go to newspapers to debunk certain things that government is doing? How many parties are doing it? Adung ila nyantolomu. It is part of their TORs to be doing. Amanga come ye see drong kat. Niko election or what or sit drong ye pull your candidate out. You take your candidate president to the public and then campaign. It's not all about
when did the Gambia Action Party labanda puro ka benyo kan kamol fitandi wala ka pengol ke mi yalon ko actually is part of the politics come important.
Ngole foy wolo mu do ko yindi yalo ni ko government ko do ko wato le sita. Amanga kom ni ko do ko wato le sita wolo mu nyinti ko aleta campaign man kitaraje. Do ko wolo mu nyinti ko. Ngame na tente do mu do ko tibi.
Okay.
Ngana nga sija nga Gambia la ko kacha mu do ko ti. Political party jule kake. How many political parties you see them in the media? If they see that don't be a man come to imantara sabatering, they are not in the country. Amanya kela ola nyama. Yafa.
But nindol fana, but in kadam fana nyenka. When the Gambia Action Party labanta bring in 2021 election boraje bring local government election nadanang bring mayors aning mayo aning G.A.P election be boraje. When the Gambia Action Party, because it's a from example tam fonga, when did you guys last holding a meeting wala kaje ko na party mbe tamande bulul sambakan?
Okay. After Congress, mabeta executive mindol kumata then na programmable design action plan. Mene yalon ko nyanta men kala sangoto. Na jibe nga haima mbe Gambian kol mako la nyaadile. Mbe banko la nyato ta fana sabani la nyaadile.
As a party.
Okay. Naraje ko okay, we have to like explore. Ngajela ko banko nga kisi. Problemo be daondandi ngajela ko nyilum problem be keri. Gambia Action Party be la faro kele je nyaadile. Ngin kol haima nga si nga action plan will think me alonko is going to be up to 1 year. Me alonko mbajela ko Gambia Action Party fana be contribution on sotolo wot. Wolo mi yinti ko one in the media. Yeah, because as opposition parties ndola nyanto muneti pour ka je ko nga banko me alonko masakunda membe banko sambaka nga jibi ko nga kotobo.
Okay.
Ya fam nga kisi fanan fel mi alonko o mu taran silolti mu mi alonko manke taran siloti ngo be jibe ngaji nga hayma nga si nga landi tableau to ngake mo sakunda hey e kamen keta man betade
okay
e kamen keta o betata ya fam na tra nyisulo e menta dukara nyisulo bula pour ka kisi just to constructively criticize government amanga comme que bulo chudi mol kan no nyone no not politics of nepotism not politics of sarcasm clean politics adu ani kabin if you go to the media if you don't see Musa Hussein Al-Bachili you see my post. If you don't see my post, you see another person to national president post. Mbota out of another jiwo post na mol fana mi along ko be janja ni banko kan. Ngel fana meet nge jile ngala kulia ko fana long.
When it comes to moldol kamempo, when it comes to like Gambia Action Party, ika mofula. Ika wale moi Gambia Action Party, whether it's agenda kala agenda post wala ka kuma for mansakunda minni mansakunda manta slow tamande kan mansakunda put into right way wala mansakunda right way like they want to just congratulate to the government wala whatsoever me yalong ko is not part of the rules or is not part of the constitution then yalong ya actually ya condemn iko italam Hussein Al-Bachili is there any other person me yalong ko kadia
well yalo men kumata auto yalo when ko political party is an institution mo kilimbu ka samba no
okay
bar mbajile konan ko men mi alon ko i farman sata udulat so fana nyanto dila wala fana ya continue na tara comme ntele nga time soto o ntele nga capacity soto to be doing this kind of talking ya fam ndo fana sina ngake amanjere ko comme si mo bulo chodi no ko itele nyanta nginke ndo momo in the party sekeno asiku keno but ni ko Hussein Al-Bachili yes askeno to nyati but do fana je mi alon ko ndo fana kana si nka men fojang e do fana bo koma de e do fana ko kiskisrol je ka banko kan e kajelo ko nyamar ni tata interview ngene fo kuma do bijen kamen fo jang manke kono fo na manke na kumoti de I took a position and the position that I'm taking is based on the party's interest
okay
amanke kom tebe sila jam drong I'm just saying because of ABUBACARR Bayo lafta men fo lambole fo ko mo media de mbole fo la no mo ben koma mi alon ko fo nan kay yamarle ni tata interview le be ngene fo la even the party leader before aka spiritual film ka somebody from the admin to the deputy nga G.A.P yes nin ko moy kamen sama is good. It's a good position. Ya fam jana abi published lale.
Okay.
So ni ko mo fula dronom mo fulante because you have people
no dol ko e kam mo fula je e ka wala je on media
wala nan ka modi nyoto bajela ko people who are behind the scene people don't see them
okay
but they are the architect of all the things that we are doing told me along ko we are coming out police do ko jibe jomal mi along how many people mi along ko they are involved in investigation of serious crimes and stuff ijamalo but nim position no soto na jomal kana ka fo it is the police spokesperson or deputy spokesperson.
Yeah, but police institution, what political institution
headquarters.
Police o mantra interest in the political parties more ko ka interest le. So they all what they want to say, all what they want to say is just about how to convince people to come to their party. So police will do, they are not convincing people to come to them. They are just trying to move with the rules and the regulations.
Nije ko silang police will come nin ko keta mojelle ka investigate jani ika keso sotato ni keso sotato drom jumale kan na not all of them will come.
The spokesperson.
Yes, if I so mo ba jela ko spokesperson na male be do ko la people mi ba komadu membe do ko ke kanu. So there are always people behind the scene. You have a committee who is responsible for media.
Okay.
And that media committee will make sure before you come to the media, you are prepared.
Okay.
So,
Wokumara Bakare, Scientim Baminkela Woloniko, it as a passion and as a deputy party leader of United Gambia Action Party. Yet Gambia Al-Halo Janyadi. Because there are so many things, when it comes to development, there are so many developments. When it comes to some mistakes, it is Gambia where they are. But ila nani science mo kudol le fanakata.
Kudol ketale adu ngamen fo jang wala bijan. The state of affairs we cannot compromise. Because banko bele tam. Ndede sino la jang ngajele ko kolbe tinyakang I will not come to the media and say it.
Yeah.
That is why we are here. Yeah. So banko la tanyato we bente la responsibility. This is not only NPP, this is not only President Barrow, this is collective responsibility.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kujama be jimi there are lapses. And these lapses in South Africa, all over the world, there are lapses.
Yeah.
But in Dola own lapses are much more serious. They are much more contentious than other countries' lapses.
Do you know the percentage of lapses that is in Gambia at currently?
Currently, Intesa Haimano has 70% lapses.
Lapses?
On 70%. Good governance. 70%, if not even more than that. Dinga Haimanyame, 70%. Lapses in good governance. Because BB form when I was coming, the Human Rights Commission sent a warning to government. Kumi along kabe carrying Tajiria mi along kabe carrying in Bangkok. And Human Rights Commission, not the Human Rights Commission what do you expect the tendency of democracy in this country?
So wo haymaro ko ite mun je banko kan mi yalan ko safuno ko these are things mi yalan ko is an alarm to the citizens of this country ko matata ku kanyama
one the security sector.
The security sector.
And the security sector, when government when government was coming out in 2016, these are some of the reform agendas that they presented to Gambians as an agenda for Gambians to be convinced so that they can give them their vote.
So you want to tell me that's part of the campaign tools?
Yes. Yahya Jammeh, they talk a lot about Jammeh. And before Yahya Jammeh left, the records are all over the country. Yahya Jammeh for President Barrow, don't play with the security. And they brought up a reform agenda. And part of the reform agenda was the constitution and the security sector reform. And I even have a post, me along to this place, this media house, Voice News. Tumala President Nata, instead of looking into the issues of the security sector reform, he went and validated what's the name of the policy again? A defense policy. A defense policy. We don't need a defense policy. Because if you complain to Gambians and we are ushering a defense policy. The defense policy is at what benefits to Gambians. Because what we need the overall security sector reform. This is something that Mialonko should have taken place. By now, would have like said, okay, we have people expert Mialonko, they have ideas about these things. Okay. But government don't pay attention to it. But
thanks very much. Why is so special to President Jammeh to Momina Bitakang, I borrow alat katanda ko alamo security, do not play with the security of this country. Munatna, Kujamale Bije Jammeh Samimfono Barway. But Italy mirror Munane Barway, Jammeh Wolf Barway, Katanda ko security de Malafana, I alat would ladder.
Because the man is security minded. That's one. In Alonimu security, they know what security apparatus mean in a country. Security is development. There is no development in the absence of peace. And there is no peace in the absence of security. So these things are connected. They are connected. Bini ko ngasilo nasila kina silendol dada. Fitina mantara Bangkoka? Ni fino bing Bangkoka silo bedara. So security is what connects to peace. And from peace, development. So another jeko Bangkola nyato ta janabe sabatila. Kukile nyanta kila ula mnyente ko Bangko Bangko la fenko Bangko la security nyanta kila topmost priority. Because maybe ate ma fahamu no otumo. Wala maybe President Maro ma fahamu no otumo.
Baro ma fahamu.
Ma fahamu. Wala na ay economic fenko force mean at only not permanent force, they have a name to call them. Standby force. The economic standby force. Purena na Gambia to secure the Gambia. These people cannot secure the Gambia. Because they cannot meddle into the internal affairs of state. Because they are foreign intervention units. They are here under the auspices of the Gambian police force or under the auspices of the Gambian National Army. They are here as a foreign intervention. So they cannot intervene into the internal affairs of state. So most of the things, new security killings that are going on, do you see economic on it? No, they are not there. It's the Gambian police force that are taking up responsibility. So before investing on an outside force, Mialonko is just here for your own name, to defend your own personal constitution. Why not you invest in the security apparatus of
Why
state?
your personal constitution? Why equal his
It's
personal?
because near G.A.P, if you look at the mandate of the standby force, it is to salvage security, to salvage peace and security. But in what context? In the context that Barrow could not lay assurances, to the security forces of this country. Because there is nowhere in the world, where you enter State House and find foreign security officers.
So
that's plain and blank. What tell me? What can you deduce it? What can you explain? In what context can you place this? Where your own Gambia, when Jammeh was there, do you see Senegalese army in State House?
But Molko wato mo fenne manke. You ko impasse manke wala
sab. The impasse mon fen create Gambia. The only thing the impasse create was the extrajudicial killings. And these things have been controlled or handled by the TRRC recommendations.
But don't go terrorist recommendations still now, Kesamambo Jabato, when it
Yes,
comes to like,
yes,
yeah?
Amambo Jabato, because the funds we actually pledged, the European Union pledged 450 million euros to salvage the entire scheme.
So Akeda.
No, now the problem is up to government now to extend.
Come back to the security.
Yes,
Me alonko actually itela kam min follow ninko dolko barola ekwasa tarojang walang gambela Cairo nin tenko. But yeah, ita kam min follow ko even state house niya jibe security force me anko banko dollar security force wala bijeto.
Yeah,
but you think fema ko pana is part of security?
No, it's part of security. But the problem is banko nyanda secrecy sotole. The sovereignty, national sovereignty is key in any state, in any country. Sovereignty is key. And that sovereignty is not something that has to be manipulated or be compromised. Yeah, because naturally the Gambian National Army are taking control of State House today. There are certain secrecy of State House at Lankel Manola. Of course, at Lankel Manola, because security CCTVs and everything in the State House, the Senegalese army are aware of it.
Ile baka mola bankola state house bankola kundaba.
Go, State House, people who write your names to enter, they are Senegalese. That data alone, how many people goes to State House every day? That data is now being leaked to people they are not Gambians. Do you know what they do with the names? Do you know please. The security sector reform is an agenda government could have expended or expended useful resources on. And Gajeko B, we have a certified SSR. Yeah, maybe perhaps some of these these are extrajudicial killing, I can say. Because you beat somebody on the way you shoot him, it's an extrajudicial killing.
But Dolphina come in follow Nico Katandi, Nimanka first time to come in more boom. But coming in I kidote more boom dama. Ngajelako sometimes ago, me and uncle work at a provinces, Panado Bija, me uncle. In Nata, Amrobasol Nato Lato Jemte Europe, police water duties, Abaramatar, Boring Collage Fanangajako, Eco around Circulate Fana member up Mianco, Kiditio Nata for Forest or Momote, Mobunjet of Anamian Kaketa. So Ibajalako, name quote sign, eco sign, in fact, a co Wajabekan, sign town or Condamian Comuna, Momuta, Carbon Kidola, Kafa, for more fuller, Sabanyon critical condition. Money not a mind con.
Yeah, come police only have one. Yalon, those are called exchange of fires. It's armory. You cannot. It's devoid of what happened. Yafa. Me alone in an exchange of fire, anything can happen. Most if because of you have a gun, I have a gun. Maybe I do another sunyarolo, and I have to combat that crime. This is fatal. It's exchange of fire. Yafa. Anything can happen there. More for, but in Indomenketa, it's completely different from that. Meaning the Manke Gambia Jang. And then Manke Gambia Jang. Wow, is quite understood. It is very, very understood. More Sinana, I and then the security forces on the ground, they will not allow it. I do not that these people are armed, they must go into exchange of fire, and anybody can die in that exchange of fire. That one is acceptable. But for me, according to the stories, I thought this man was even chatting with these people. I don't know if they are Kido Bonica Pam. You know, I do face Santo. I move. That is why I say we don't even have a system. We don't have a system. How can you even have security officers in this country? They are not armed. They are not armed. Because those police officers are not among them was armed. That man may shoot him. He couldn't have given an history. By now, either you shoot or you apprehend. But that man could maneuver among that public and go.
Dolko mulkatar kamfare nyokama even at the security sector te kaja mulkatar kamfare nyoka is not easy pour mole am dole offer so malama
well you have to have a professional force, and having a professional force has to come with security sector reform. That's why we need the reform in the security sector. Those are things they need to object.
Do you think security sector reform will able to make some changes?
And that is the reason why it was mentioned.
There are so many Jane Commission nata jana mi yalon ko recommendation tata adeno de kama nata bulukan. TRC nata iko recommendation man nata bulukan comme amanke comme mo lafta nyame. I come to Faraba incident iko amanta ko comme mo lafta nyame. I boron ko la je saite ame security sector reform e panel ke pour ka security reform ya min minkan avec obakela.
Of course, abekela. Because the reason why ya haima ya jele ko akuma yata ya jele ko femmi alon ko abin makato abin ko be bayla ni extrajudicial killing ni crime rates ababe talala because when Jammeh was here we don't have security sector reform but bring Jammeh tata ngajela ko lamfo ketale in that sector and that's the reason why I go sign by Jammeh tatale adun he paid a critical attention to this ntol fana ngajile ko let's have a reform ngajile ko security mi nyawe akatamanu nyame nga reform ba ngajile ko bring it to standard mi alon ko we have professional forces yafa ikame for the kafoko you have this among each other what can is personal but that doesn't mean that you can have professionalism in the force. You should have professional people in the force. Yeah, natural come aketanum, all these things are happening. Then we look for another plan B. Mbakele nyadile. But one form one keno. Sila mbakele nyadile. Mbakele nyadile.
Ni biri ko security sector nga kalamta ko kunung ni ajo Minister of Interior bane National Assembly dami yaran ko nyini karan jabiru kata ning deputy tema at the end of the day min na ko len kay nga kalamo moy katandi ko ni nata yajibe tani nam fenete mi yaran ko ama easy police la fanala anim pana ni ajibe pana police la for debt of more than 10 million dollars for almost near to 10 million or more than 10 million dollars mi yaran ko kibaro le mindi katandi ko so security mi yalan ko mbatem tem kana pour ka samba e ko moto dasata len sa fon wanya matani naran ko samanke moto da ma sakeno bicycle tele asakeno moto bike tele asakeno moto tele so wol dasata je baja security fon do ko fon a mantara wo bulo kan ko ma ngamere nyame
yalo ma fon la mbe masakunda fon le jelela
ka jelay
ha
because
we have this country what we call misplaced priority. We have priorities in this country, but we can misplace them in a way me alonko main nyanta kela akake secondarity. Before going to procure 58 vehicles for the National Assembly members, at a what cost of how many $1 million is? Because if you even take each one 3 million times 58, that money I mean you am kodo near haima for ya tala singafula. You know how many vehicles should that buy for the police?
But the National Assembly motor car deduct from their salaries.
Lamoy deduction ning amunga come itole ba jola. This is an allowance. Malam for yafwa.
Amanke sarali.
It's an allowance. They have what we call transport allowance. That transport allowance, malam for 21,000 per month, I don't know. That transport allowance, ibole sila sanjali ka transport allowance dila ibole talasa instead of giving it to them, say ibole talasa ya lafa in the loan recovery of the vehicles. Yafam. So bajola ko before their 5 years tenure finish, ebe kodo men sotolaje from that transport allowance. Toma yimen tutaje government fund liba tala ya lafa ibuto nyinjo.
Député fana ko natron ko min wolam momi yalan ko e ka ministre solmian ko e kam moto fula wala moto sabadi ministre kilimo kilinna wala ministre posi kam moto sabana nane diala wala moto fula sabadi diala then it's ngamere itel fana inta moto so mi ko at least itel mi ko
wala nango foko nyimbe it is in the executive itel nyanta decide la moto fula katra ministre killing itel ka didi Minister, National Assembly ministers, they are driving Toyota Prados costing $3 million. Is government to approve it? Yeah, so I tell them, instead of prioritizing the police force or prioritizing the security sector, they don't prioritize it. Because security sector, even in terms of salaries, they have the minimal salaries in this country, police officers. They have the minimal salaries. Sometimes, whether these people are they really working? In this country, considering the fact that you have bills to pay at the end of the month, you are paid 1,500, 2,000, 2,500. Where can you start from? Yalo, minimum problem to me alonko dokote tanola because of the salaries people are having is minimal. Corruption is on the high. Imagine some of these things can all of them guilty.
But in terms of corruption, tala da Gambia.
Say na lafata. Corruption. Say na dukuro lafata. Because people are doing things rampantly. There are laws. There are laws. The laws that are guiding the governance process. But the problem is that people are not implementing the laws. People are not implementing. We are all Gambians. What happens in the traffic? Sometimes you see police officers here. Sometimes you don't have to blame them because of what they receive is mean.
Traffic.
People sometimes they are handled. They don't take them to police stations. They don't money at the gala. Yeah, so and all those things supposed to not to happen.
ABUBACARR ansai. Akulo di police officer la.
At the banna, anita the police station of at banna. These things happens. Yeah, so there should be an oversight function.
By ninka la diamo, come tell la faka for dukuro wala nimbanko almost no wala nimbanko.
Wale abe cover sign. in all sectors nte man dulaje Gambia jam ya lon ko stamen ne ka foko du kuroti jati
je han state house
I foi buka mo Gambia jay ka foko state house e cool mil finki ay cool mil fuel jam how many millions of dollars state office of the president ibuko mo these are things where government is giving deaf ear to it. You know, National Assembly is coming and under the FPAC committee, and they are taxing the Minister of Health. The Corol may expand in terms of the COVID-19 funds. It's abondi, you know, and people under the Ministry of Tourism, the Minister of Tourism, Communication, and FEMCO, and the Gambia Press Union, and all this money. These are monies that I've given to these institutions to spend, and these monies are not spent. So they are asking them. The FPAC committee is asking these people to bring the receipts. If not, they'll lodge the complaint to the Inspector General of Police. They take actions. And these are things that are coming out. Yeah, man. COVID-19 funds. Nobody can get a public account on it.
Ni a G.A.P fana afele sa impang mbe months malakona September,
yes.
October, November, December. That's 3 months, over 90 days or 92 or 93 days. And so for September, we are coming to October, November and December. So almost 3 months later, over 93, 94 days. What is OIC fell along H.A.P ko OIC ni number host December.
Well, OIC la host me. Nde man faramansi jibake. Man faramansi jibake. Bao ndenga me la wolo minti ko OIC is an organization of a committee. Me along ko is ni Arab bankolom. Adung Yahya Jammeh asikio. I assign kaje ko Gambia sa keno the next host. Janata la tawa to kele.
Okay.
About Janata, the monies actually, because OIC coming here, they give monies to government. You know, there's certain infrastructural development in
the OIC ka kodo di masa.
Yes, they give monies to.
But nenem falling ni kaje na ko OIC project or me an ko kata e daniro ka fen kana hosinal.
Ika dando gemundo. Go dukare amalo mbekere. Fai ko ate malo mbekere. OIC mu committee me even AU. Even AU, man for OIC, even AU, ni be AU summit finkela, ni aya in any country, they give you money. FIFA the same thing. The government fund today. FIFA me along if you are hosting World Cup, you are hosting Nations Cup, CAF, the everything, kakuro dilale. You malaka OIC finger ka feka dadani road.
Mbata jani mba program o continent line ole 2323213 2323213 mba line ole.
Sila OIC bitu malong weda come etela terms and conditions. I don't know whether without completing the infrastructure, you complete whether you need still can host or you cannot host more long. But in to expand on infrastructure development. Yenta hotel Radisson Blue Sotolale, we're supposed to have started maybe 20 good roads. You may approve.
Hotel Radisson Blue Tadaje.
Mantaje follow, but it's on eco ba construction.
Eco.
Yeah, eco ba construction. So nin lat me along kanyanta ba fenkela luntangul diala jani betala. Adung you know kote fana mi jemi along ko OIC it's a big summit. Adung yakodo men dundi as Senegal Dakar wala Dakar nyandi because they make good use of it. But ndola in context is something me along ko muka farm. OIC project by now should have been done or almost like 90% performance agreement. But abe man ken. Yes.
Yeah, 2323213 line on ILS signed and 2323213 and me along in need of the data program on corner because man time Yamas or back be call dantan damal tara me uncle just no commander dantan bol tarek denata but Nina Bancola Alehalo to GB me along ko ya GB dorko tamela back fang the HE president from Abita Tola wala Abita Lifola wala but the Mabafana mean for I development jama paleke Bangkok when it comes to infrastructure silo ninku kotongal for malo ikawol jelaba ko you know masakunda balla fa falindiro kala malo fo ikajel
falindiro yalonte time ko pol jenyamende mbukala fi kan dabula ji baba ke bawo
but iko politician lo mude muna te dabula no je
no kamem fo wala minti ko yalo ikana ya ka diamu masakunda ka fo ga nyimbe diamu la yeah, but
min for jam bayo ko ikola diamoni is very important to the government. Okay, mbarunga Abdou K Bojan soro kaba farado. Hello Abdou.
Hello.
Bismillah program Abdou.
Yeah, mala program on ka wa interest in market.
Huh?
Hello.
Hello K Mwele.
Mala program on ka wa is very interested.
Thank you very much.
Very good. Like, I mean, the point you mentioned, like police officer sold by a bribery mutanyami is very common and it's rampant in Gambia here. Almost come up in all the institutions around the Gambia here. In fact, all it are like a bribery mutale. There's duko badawale. So which is very, 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 I mean, alarming, and it should be stopped. Yeah. So I mean, I'm a contribution.
Okay. Akamta ko wolam iyam important ngolam police wala iko police ga bribe minta bar yaji be fana nin case nin fana nin tembe na akamta nga kibarul fon soro katande ko case nin ba sambala ate kane fi magistrate court mi yalan ko nin case nin ngame saying IGP versus nin Usain Bojang ani mo fulafo mo saba mi yalan ko they are part of this issue. Yeah, min mesoje one ame Bojang was measured but wo to mali man nawal mesoje man nawal to foje bar ngalon case ning safuno saye file lel IGP versus ko nim mol mi an ko tumi ko atelem faroke case open tele bi and then nga bi tara court house le then nakal nyawo nyambal update la katandi ko masa kunda fana bari diamo fana kon je ya min mesoje wolen ko pistulo mesoje so akamta ko to kenno ning ay pistulo ta ay fenko bari Ibrahima ji Sankara fana diamo moy yamana karang Ibrahim Ji Sankar Diamo
before mamoy kane Yahya Sanya mentere bang
Yahya maintain Sanya
ya maintain Sanya ay mo fo newspaper to news review
amune
ay mo fo to ko ay mo ni bayle spokesperson nyanta TOR soto and when you mean by TOR wolo minti ko nyanta dan la soto nyanta min kala fana nyanta ko fana lok adum nana ngaji wolum mita Sankare adi amuka siale akadudal to mi alon ko masakunda fon manyana ka opposition sifata yafa and ngajele ko I mean for that amam beng and by right by law nyanta ko man la for investigation
itala miro de Sankara itala ba itala miro te ite amira ila miro ni la jero ni korsiroto police hol ba Sankara ko man for correction
nyanda ko man la level question because I come in for because yalong there is a responsibility and the responsibility is now being shifted to the police officers.
But in police or not another press release they take the whole responsibility about Sankara and me.
Yalong you can you as a spokesperson will not come and say things Mialong is under investigated. Yeah, and two, because you don't have a position. You should, when a spokesperson comes out to talk, you should have a clear government position. Government ko ninam. Along for yafa. So Femi along ko fanan, atema ke onyama. The case is under investigation. Allow the government, allow the security forces to exhaust the investigation. From there, that's why they have a spokesperson. Asina, you are not the mouthpiece of the police officers. You are the mouthpiece of government. Although this is a state institution, but again they have somebody who is responsible. So it can even compromise the entire investigation. Do you know that? You don't know that. So it's a clear position that government has taken. Government has taken, and that position communicated to the public because we have right also to listen, to know the right stories of some of these things that are going on.
By dolka foko ning whole story bay, dolka foko niya jibe political lafta kada dunji, mbiji ngaji dol kumandi question and answer la. Miyan ko katandi ko ye fenne safe miyan ko manyan ka safe dol fana ko politician wala bol fana ko ma but the whole issue minti wolen ko model ka fako ning ko is a matter of like political bakom ila miro nya jero as a deputy party leader because ngalo makamo be bul political fana to bakale then ye engineer political bang fodung is part of the investigation committee.
Well yalo ning ndola wala na ndola banko it's a bit critical and very sensitive because until na kuoso to jam yalo ko inherited me along amambete inherited because since Jamela time abijani this issue of politicizing issues kudo be me along ko political mandat sotoje you don't have anything to talk about political scope yeah come with the plain truth give it to the people who are responsible and then they think they accomplish it but ndola Gambia jane kusi keno killing ya yalo ko A B ya connect political duntakon. And these are things nyanta bulala because banko la nyatota political me along ko political parties me along ko bengi banko ka. Yoleje. Yeah, so natural me albe call be politicized, everything politicized, everything banko te tanola. Political nyinta ka too late sometimes. Ngodokoke. Let's talk the reality. Let's forget about the political positions that we have. Yeah, even National Assembly, National Assembly tardendi. Because there are certain National Assembly members, if they say in National Assembly, they don't contribute anything in the National Assembly. Either yes or no, those are rubber stamp National Assembly members. Yeah,
National Assembly members.
They only be to wear in political arts, and it's wrong. Yeah, Nico, time for vote, they come out. They am this, I am that, I am this, I am that. When it comes to us to talk about issues, contentious issues of national development, hit him well. And then Gambia, we actually need to shift from these kind of things. Yeah, political, yes, it's important. But there are certain times me along political kudo just
dolka foko ni Gambia la miro fon be la nyok ni telephone la miro be la nyok e cool jibe ibajel ko actually ni mo fenata mi an kon safuno ko at the end of the day pour Gambia tara kankili nga fota kankili kan mi yalon ko fon ko nim banko sain amanjere Gambia no kuma ne ka fay ko foy mandin koti you can call the person as a Gambian iko fo basoro nole bang won miro tim mole molbe nyinen karoke fo Gambia bita fay fo da tembo mi yalon ko iba fola moy kon tem Gambia no te manke mandin kati manke surwate manke fulote manke jolate iko fo o bakel no ba
yes it's askeno
mun wakel no yani
yeah the problem is about determination bankol bi jam yalon ko yakel in Rwanda when they started these Tutsi issues it turned into civil war. And then Mojamale Fataji, Okola Birinata, they start to have a reform. And in that reform agenda is to ensure nobody in Rwanda should admit or utter anything it has to do with tribal rhetoric.
But what Kerole will fatam fans in the world.
Yeah, okay, Ntol me alonko man kele follow. Ntol me alonko man kele follow. Now we're supposed to learn from that. And yanda karandiro kela jele. Mala fo yafa. Man kele follow. So ila fo follow kan different stuff man kele. Janim be nangin kol kela. No, we should not have to fight.
Wana molbe nyinin karol fo woba kela no.
Asikeno nimpareta.
Mune ba sababa kelno.
Ne ba sabula. It is Gambians themselves political ngalandi karala. Nga political landi karala nga fanje as Gambians because political be mendi the Gambians so lebi. Nim political botala you come back as a Gambian. So you are in politics a Gambian, you are not in politics you are a Gambian. So nga Gambia je drum e ba je ko ngin fonte fi foto so be bolat. Ya fa. To even be addressing issues of tribes I think another problem with it. But we have to do it professionally. Sanawia se abikeri. Yeah, it's very nice. I know some of these things are jokes we need to continue. It's sometimes hey, they are not even killing themselves. So some of these things they can continue. Na continue banko la nyato tafana sisabete no
ngala mburu ngala patito dami anko saying jama baka fole ko tabiro bakeri sanji kilim fula sabanjong ban ninga tema but Gambia Action Party albe nyadin are you guys set pour ka attend ko 2026 albe lola pour ka fenko
of course Gambia Action Party is ever set because election is the primary objective
salvo lola albe lola as a party
belola as a party
ba annene afolo kalmanta ka fola any political party kan.
Well, yalong alliances, even yalong in Siraja na ngayon kumofole. Alliances ni mo feme yalong ko, it is binding by political parties because the Nika political party form register. Eka fuele kaya marile ko. As a party, you need to be aware, you know, and be ready to partner with other political parties. So what cannot a problem with it? The only thing men kumata is just to have a potential coalition. Coalition me along ko abegambia banko sabatindi adum be tembo be halalo men na tentente be boa kono fanana. You know all these lapses I'm talking about, we'll have a government me along will come and cover all these lapses banko it smoothly. That kind of coalition na so total. Yes, we fine. We can go. We don't have a problem.
Sante muna mila kumala bonti because what on biya banta fera.
Well, itela kumala wa ngulu ndiko Gambia mu Gambia banko abe mobile adum motana mira ko bi bango do soto la mi alonko abi fenkela katami Gambia ya fam na mutaku politiko na wato sita nsi politiko bad nim politiko fana bontaje o kola nsi nanga banko la agenda fana sabateni na keta wonya baje ko banko fana nyato tati sabati nte fami Gambia jansi content nsi bo Gambia fana nsi fenkelo nsi content nyaada mi alonko sa ko ento la banko fana nyonte. Because Gambia that used to be the smiling coast of Africa. To G.A.P in the internet. Because Gambia is not. Yeah,
it's not a smiling
It's not. If you look at the peace security index in the world, you look at the peace security index in Africa, Gambia was number 2, number 3. Today, Gambia is sliding to number 5. Yeah, Kunum Fambaji on Fenko. This security index is very important. Peace security index. Yeah, Harun Gambia used to be 2. Second in Africa after this Ghana Jolbe. Ghana yesterday, Gambia was in front of Ghana in terms of peace and security. You know, Mauritius is number 1, is still number 1. Because it told Imam police all they don't have police officers, they don't have security officers. You know, looking at Rwanda and other countries. Yeah, Gambia is sliding to number 5. Gambia is sliding to number 5 because of the kind of hostilities happening here. You know, Gambia has committed crimes against humanity in this country. Yeah, the Gambia has reached the threshold of the ICC.
Handsign.
Non go for the 22 years impasse.
Okay.
The ICC has confirmed. Gambia has reached the threshold so that the Gambia can be prosecuted against crimes against humanity. So these are things you know, and Gambia we will not be even 5, we will be going down and down and down. And even our tourism will be affected. So security. Namuta, in a way, is going to be policing community or community policing. Everybody needs to be aware. So we'll be able to salvage the socio-economic development overall on our own responsibility. Gambia, nothing better. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Jazakumullah khairan.
Abaraka Bake, Mr. ABUBACARR Bayo, the Deputy Party Leader of Gambian Action Party, mi yalanko bi ata katana lundangoti, min kumata abete ata wolo nindiko kata ndiko atal nata kenna lundangoti studio kono janto buto nga tento nga jay programme ning feleng mari masar la tento nga jay kumo nga kumas bismillahirrahmanirrahim ba kum alhamdulillah rabbil alamin min kumata wala niti ko kaje ko actually mbenga denyo kanga gambe ke nyon tangote hansain mba fala ko na bo ensa ji mba fala ka baraka pake butung fankoning alama ayurwala ya kata kol minke namwalo sainte namwalo sa beta da namwalo tetale anyway aya muta aya fix ne ko mande ka nyame ji mo bala baraka pake ensa lamor la jibelal banko kam banko e bantaram ba fala ko kacen jara mal ko wato min jande pour katanem fe bitilo programme ne ms bojang Mr. ABUBACARR Bayo Deputy Party Leader Ngaj ala baraka pake
si street bi comme niñ ko baaxoo di defee ak artiste yi.
Every day I wake up with a lot of complaints, yet no one to be blamed. Things get rough in my brain, only God knows how me live down this lane. No matter how much time you want to give to your music, find something else on the sideline, because you should